Allah will produce them through your method in this place. But every method takes some time, every place, every institution takes some time. You see, Darul Deoband was started under a tree, under a pomegranate tree, with one ustad and one student. One ustad, Mullah Mahmud, and one student, Mahmud al-Hasan, both being Mahmud, meaning praised ones. And from then, Darul Uloom started. But we forget, why did Darul Uloom start? Because the ulama were always there. Before Darul Uloom was there. The same ulama who were always there before Darul Uloom started, they had the same mindset centuries and centuries before Darul Uloom started. So those ulama, you see, the place we are living in this country, colonization took place for many, many years. And due to the colonization of the Indian subcontinent, at one time there were over 1,000 madrasas. Every single one of them was demolished because they still were living. They had a mindset at the time, just as in one of the Middle East countries that we know, all the madaris and masjids are so many, over 650 masjids are demolished just in 7, 8, 9 months. So that took place. So when the ulama realized that ulama, over 16 or 17,000 ulama were martyred. So madaris were destroyed, martyred, masajid and ulama were martyred. So what do we need? You see, for us to keep Iman and Islam in any community, the first thing that community needs is ulama. If any community does not have ulama, within 2 or 3 generations, Islam will be completely wiped out. And we have to understand the importance of it. So this is why my respected listeners take most maximum benefit from these mashayikh that are here, and the madaris that are being produced, and do whatever you can to help, even though you can't help physically, financially you can help. If you can't help financially, verbally help someone, just telling people that there is a madrasa establishing, do whatever you can. If you can't do that, verbally tell people whatever means you can have, whatever your associates, tell them to have. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the truth, the son of the things that are from the
Jazakallahu khairan Mufti for his inspirational talk. Inshallah, next Saturday the 57th, in Bahar Academy, will be the Salana Jalsa, the Bukhari Jalsa. All are invited to participate and go along. Hazrat Maulana will be coming, so all are invited to go along next Saturday. Brothers and sisters, time is running out, inshallah. The next 15 minutes or so, we have in front of us our noble Ustad, our teacher, Hazrat Maulana Raheem Sahib. I don't give much introduction to Hazrat Maulana Raheem Sahib. He is our teacher of Bukhari. He taught us the whole of Sahih Muslim. And many of the ulama, nearly all of the ulama in Sunderland, are either his students or the student of his students. So this is our noble teacher. He was here last year with us when we bought the site. Hazrat came, and we are very honored that Hazrat has accepted our invitation. I don't want to be doing Hazrat's tarif in front of him, but the only thing that you need to do is go online and you find Tafsir Rahimi, and all of Hazrat's work is under that website, and all our work is there. Every week Hazrat is live, not every week, every other day. On Thursday there's a large program that takes place over in Baytul in Hazrat's Academy. All are invited to keep engaging. We mentioned to our graduating students, you've heard from Raheem Sahib and his work throughout, and today we are honored that Hazrat is in front of us. So without further ado, we'll pass the mic over to Hazrat, who inshallah invite us.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruhu wa nu'minu bihi wa natawakkalu alayhi. Wa na'udhu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina. من يهدي الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا ومولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله تبارك وتعالى عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه وبارك وسلم تسليما كثيرا كثيرا. أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هل يستوي الذين يعلمون والذين لا يعلمون إنما يتذكر أولو الألباب. وقال تعالى إنما يخشى الله من عباده العلماء إن الله عزيز غفور. وقال تعالى يرفع الله الذين آمنوا منكم والذين أوتوا العلم درجات والله بما تعملون خبير. وقال تعالى شهد الله أنه لا إله إلا هو والملائكة وأولو العلم قائما بالقسط لا إله إلا هو العزيز الحكيم. وقال تعالى وقال الذين أوتوا العلم والإيمان لقد لبثتم في كتاب الله إلى يوم البعث فهذا يوم البعث ولكنكم كنتم لا تعلمون. وقال تعالى وقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يشفع يوم القيامة الأنبياء ثم العلماء ثم الشهداء. وقال عليه الصلاة والسلام يحمل هذا العلم من كل خلف عدوده يدفون عنه تحريف القائل تمييز الجاهلين حتى المبدلين. عليه الصلاة والسلام من سلك طريقا يلتمس فيه علما سهل الله له به طريقا إلى الجنة. ومن اجتمع في قوم يتلون كتاب الله ويتدارسونه بينهم إلا نزلت عليهم السكينة وغشيتهم الرحمة وحفتهم الملائكة وذكرهم الله في من عنده. وقال عليه السلام وإن طالب العلم ليستغفر له من في السماوات والأرض حتى الحيتان في جوف الماء وإن الملائكة لتضع أجنحتها لطالب العلم رضا بما يسمع. وقال عليه السلام منهومان لا يشبعان منهوم في الدنيا لا يشبع منها ومنهوم في العلم لا يشبع منه. وقال عبد الله بن مسعود وهما لا يستويان أما صاحب الدنيا فيتمادى في الطغيان وأما صاحب العلم فيزداد رضا بالرحمن. وقال عليه السلام إن العلماء ورثة الأنبياء وإن الأنبياء لم يورثوا دينارا ولا درهما وإنما ورثوا العلم فمن أخذه أخذ بحظ وافر أو كما قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. صدق الله مولانا العظيم وصدق رسوله النبي الأمي الكريم ونحن على ما قال ربنا وخالقنا ورازقنا من الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. صلوا شريف اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما باركت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. हुजूर आए तो क्या किया साथ नेमत लेके आए हैं. हुजूर आए दुनिया में तशरीफ लाए तो क्या किया साथ नेमत लेके आए हैं. तो कुव्वत इल्म व हिकमत आदमियत लेके आए. कुव्वत रगब इल्म व हिकमत आदमियत लेके आए. रहेगा ये क़यामत तक सलामत मौजूदा होगा वो कुरान मुबीन नूर हिदायत लेके आए, वो कुरान मुबीन नूर हिदायत लेके आए। खुदा ने रहमतुल लिल आलमीन खुद उनको फरमाया, कसम अल्लाह की वो रहमत ही रहमत लेके आए। खुदा ने दीन कामिल कंप्लीट परफेक्ट कर दिया है यानी उन पर मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम पर जमीन खत्मी नबूवत लेके आए। Respected elders, brothers, friends, before we start bayan, we will request Mufti साहब, उन्होंने यूसुफ साहब इधर आ जाओ, आगे कुर्सी पर बैठ, इधर आ जाओ मुफ्ती साहब, उन्होंने यूसुफ साहब इधर आ जाओ, आपकी जगह इधर, आप इधर होने चाहिए, सामने होने चाहिए। माशाअल्लाह इतनी खिदमत कर रहे हैं, अल्लाह इनकी खिदमत को कबूल फरमाए, अल्लाह इनको मज़ीद बरक़ात और तरक्कीक़ात से मालामाल फरमाए, अल्लाह कदम कदम पर इनकी दस्तगीरी और रहनुमाई फरमाए और अल्लाह के लिए नए नए रास्ते हमवार फरमाए। हमारे हज़रत मौलाना सैयदुर रहमान साहब अभी तशरीफ लाए थे तो कह रहे थे ये हमारे चांद हैं, ये हमारे जिस्मानी बेटों से ज्यादा रूहानी बेटे हमको ज्यादा प्यारे महबूब हैं, ये हमारे लिए आखिरत में ज़रिए नजात है। हम कभी फंस गए तो ये लोग हमको छुड़ाएंगे इंशाअल्लाह। अल्लाह हम सबको नजात अता फरमाए। Respected elders, brothers, friends, young ones, ladies, first of all, congratulations, mubarakbadi to Maulana Yusuf Sahab and all the Asatidhe Kiram and Ustaniya and Afas and Mualliman and all the ladies who have been going through this course of Sanatayn. 18 ladies graduating today, mashallah. MashaAllah. Say Alhamdulillah. 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 You know, ladies should also be allowed to learn and they should study as well. If you remember Behishti Zewa, who wrote Behishti Zewa? Our Hazrat Maulana Ashraf Ali Thanvi, who was student of Shaykhul Hind, Maulana Mahmud Hassan Deobandi Rahmatullah, and who was student of Hazrat Maulana Qasimul Ulum Qasim Nanoti Rahmatullah. He studied and graduated from Darul Uloom Deoband and he wrote Behishti Zewa for ladies. And he used to write in parts. One part, part 2, part 3, and he wrote 11 parts and he covered a variety of topics. First part was about Aqidah, Imaniyat, beliefs, Rusumat, correct beliefs, wrong beliefs, and then about Tahara, and then about Ibadat, Salat, Saum, Zakat, Hajj, and then about Muamalat, Diniyat, Muamalat, Muasharat, social life, and lastly he wrote about Tasawwuf. What is Tasawwuf? How ladies should also be connected to Tasawwuf and they should be Islah of their nafs as well. So Hazrat wrote this variety of topics and it was all compiled and published in one large book, Behishti Zewa later. So Hazrat wrote that book for the sake of ladies. That's what Hazrat addresses ladies most in Behishti Zewa. Though the book is beneficial for gents as well, but the primary reason is ladies. They are addressed to them. Now, once I went to India and I was talking to some friends and they said to me, Maulana Sahab, you know, before Hazrat Maulana Ashraf Ali Thanvi Sahab wrote Behishti Zewa, when we needed to ask Masala Masail, we travel to Randir, Jamia Hussainiya, to Surat, to Dawel, to see Mufti Abdul Rahim Sahab, Mufti Bismillah Sahab Dawel, and ask Masala Masail from them. But since Behishti Zewa came and our ulama told Behishti Zewa to our ladies, we have a Mufti in every household. When we need to ask Masala, we ask our ladies, and they know the Masala better than us. When in fact, this is the benefit of educating ladies. And remember, if we educate ladies, we don't just educate that one lady, we educate the whole household. And we build the whole household. उसमें शायर ने उसमें शेर में कहा है, अल-उम्मु मदरसतुन इज़ा अअददतहा, अल-उम्मु मदरसतुन इज़ा अअददतहा अअददत शअबन तय्यिबन अअराब. أعددت شعبا طيب الأعراق. A mother is a madrasa in herself. If you prepare the mothers properly, then you prepare a whole generation. Because all mothers will bring their children up in the Islamic way, Islamic environment, Dini environment, and all their children will have that Dini mentality. Then, mashallah, you got the whole environment to do that. You know, women have been given a special ability by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bring deen within their husbands and their children and their families. Let me tell you this incident which I read in Qisas. One young girl did tawbah and she made her whole household do tawbah. It's written that in one of the Arab countries, rich family had a large Haveli house and masjid was close by. Now their life was not on. They would sometimes pray occasionally, but most of the time these prayers, they would do wrong stuff, dress immodestly as well. Sometimes they would be drinking as well. Allah the time. So one evening, she was on the balcony of her house, and in the masjid, Isha Salah was taking place. And Imam Sahib was reciting from Surah Qaf. And when he came on these verses, وَلَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ وَنَعْلَمُ مَا تُوَسْوِسُ بِهِ نَفْسُهُ وَنَحْنُ أَقْرَبُ إِلَيْهِ مِنْ حَبْلِ الْوَرِيدِ إِذْ يَتَلَقَّى الْمُتَلَقِّيَانِ عَنِ الْيَمِينِ وَعَنِ الشِّمَالِ قَعِيدٌ مَا يَلْفِظُ مِنْ قَوْلٍ إِلَّا لَدَيْهِ رَقِيبٌ عَتِيدٌ وَجَاءَتْ سَكْرَةُ الْمَوْتِ بِالْحَقِّ ذَلِكَ مَا كُنتَ مِنْهُ تَحِيدُ وَنُفِخَ فِي الصُّورِ ذَلِكَ يَوْمُ الْوَعِيدِ. Allah. These verses are तस्वीर चाहिए अगर या कुछ आपका इंतजार कर रहे हैं आप धीरे से Now she is an Arab, she understands the meaning of these verses and she understood Arabic. Maybe the ladies must have understood because they've read Yusuf al-Arabiya, they've read some Nahwu and Sarf, they've read some Aqidah, they've read some Tazkiyah, they've read Muslim Sahih. So, mashallah, I'm hoping that they will be understanding. Maulana Sahib Muttalib ne Quran bhi padhaya hai. हाँ, फिर उनको तो समझ पड़ गई कि आयत में क्या है. वलक़द ख़लक़ना al-इंसान, इंसान को हमने बनाया है. वनअलम मा तुवस्विसु बिही नफ्सुहु, उसके दिल में क्या-क्या वसवसे आते हैं उसको पता है. वनहनु अक़रबु इलैहि मिन हब्लिल वरीद, हम उसके जुगुलर वेन से भी उसके ज्यादा करीब. फिर भी हमने ये प्रोटोकॉल किया है कि ये two angels on the right and left noting everything. In spite of Allah's knowledge, there is this protocol of writing it. And then ما يلفظ من قول إلا لديه رقيب عتيد. How bold you can have every word is noted. Every Subhanallah, every Alhamdulillah, every Zulullah is written down. Every swear and abuse and insult is written by the one. जो बोलोगे सब फिर क़यामत के दिन हाँ हिसाब कब होगा उससे पहले मौत है सकरात Sometimes some people go through sakarat of mourn for 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 1 week, and the room is not weak in the body. It is in a terrible sakarat. Allah protect us from the pain of it. Allah said, sakarat is coming. You want to go to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This sakarat and death is what you used to dread and fear and you used to run away from. So when she heard these verses, she just burst into tears and just crying. And she barely managed to climb down the stairs and stuck to the stairs while she was sobbing. Her mother came to me and said, he's trying to what are you guys for? She's like, baby, she wouldn't speak. After something happened, something hurt you, something said something to you, and she said, no, mom. Reality is, look at us, look at our state. We're in a terrible state. And no, we don't obey Allah, we pray, we miss out on our we do bad stuff, we don't dress properly. And we have to give account of all this in the court of Allah. Our sharab, whatever we drink, whatever we do around, it's all rooted down. And we have to be hisab to Allah. What's going to happen to us if we die now? I am giving up this life of sin and vice. I'm going to behave properly from now on. I'm going to pray my five namaz properly. I'm going to behave properly. And her brother started crying. And she said, Vijay, I am double guilty. I am more closer to death than you. I should do tawbah more than you. And she did tawbah. Her brother came, he did tawbah. Her father came, and when he saw the video, he was and the whole family, alhamdulillah, came back to me because of this one young girl. So one of all last year, as well. I remember this church last time we came here. One of you just protested, we sat down there and we realized actually spread the video that we made in my dua and mashallah it's being transformed and mashallah in a real nice condition. Maulana Yusuf Sahib worked so hard with Maulana Ibrahim Sahib and his team. I sometimes think that is the dua of their father and their mother and their family members. Shadow over them for a long time in Afiyat, and they are taking more work of these from Maulana Yusuf Sahib and all his family members, and may Allah take his Baytul ilm from strength to strength. May Allah provide for them, may Allah accept their iman, may Allah be pleased with them. So, my dear brothers, elders, what I want to talk about today is the importance of seeking ilm and also the importance of proper amal and correct practice and good deeds in today's modern world. Also, what are the benefits of studying deen? Why do we have to study our deen and our religion? We have to understand this. When we understand the ahamiyyat and importance of something, we give it our time. And we spend time learning. Maulana Yusuf Sahib's duty is to provide the facilities. He can't force anyone to come here and study. It will be up to you to come here and study. So it's by option, by choice, you will have to choose to come here and study. We provide the facilities. It's there for you on the plate. The biryani is there. I can't force you to eat it. You can eat if you want to. You can leave it if you want to. मौलाना साहब को खाना पीना है प्रोग्राम पर आपको खाना पीना होगा प्रोग्राम के बाद अब कोई भाग जाएगा तो उसका नुकसान है लेकिन जो बैठेगा खाएगा तो वो ज़ाहिरी खाना है that's the food which will be provided but throughout the whole year मौलाना यूसुफ साहब is providing the रूहानी food रूह का खाना रूह की ग़िज़ा रोज़ाना दे रहे हैं तो ये आपकी ड्यूटी है कि आप आओ जैसे हम खाना खाएंगे बिरयानी खाएंगे कोई रूहानी ग़िज़ा भी खाने के लिए आओ और पढ़ो ये इम्पोर्टेंट जरूरी है देखो हदीस शरीफ में कुरान शरीफ में इल्म और उलमा के बहुत फज़ाइल है studying deen there are so many फज़ाइल इमाम बुखारी रहमतुल्लाह अलैहि स्टार्ट्स his kitab in Babu Badil Wahid and then he goes on to Kitab al-Iman and after Kitab al-Iman he builds Kitab al-Ilm why Kitab al-Ilm because he wants to show the importance of ilm that ilm is important. After Iman, the most important is ilm. Because if you don't have ilm, you can't do amal. And if you don't have ilm, when you do amal, you will do wrong amal. You will do wrong stuff. You have to have the proper ilm of aqaid, ilm of a'mal, ilm of ibadat, ilm of muamalat, ilm of muasharat and social life, ilm of akhlaq hasana, good morals, good behavior, and ilm of akhlaq batina, ilm of tasawwuf, ilm of tazkiyah, ilm of getting closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You need this knowledge. You need to be close to your ulama, your asatiza, your mashayikh. You need to get bayat to some mashayikh and learn from them, stay in their company and enhance your spirituality. अपनी रूहानियत को build up करो. इसको build up करने के लिए you have to come and stay with the ulama and learn from them, and then you will be able to build your spirituality. So studying is utmost important. That is why Imam Bukhari brings kitab al-ilm. And in the first hadith Imam Bukhari brings in kitab al-ilm. In that hadith, Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam gives similitude to ilm with rain. That the ilm is like rain. Rain falls on the earth, and the earth falls into three categories. First category is that fertile land, which absorbs the water, and lots of vegetables, fruits, greenery, flowers grow on there. Second category is that which is not fertile, but it forms a lake or a pond or a river and stores the water. And from that water, men drink and animals drink, birds drink, and it flows and people use that water. But the third category is the mountains and the rocks where the rain falls, but they do not benefit from that rainwater at all. Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, this is the example of that ilm and hidayat and guidance with which Allah has sent him. Some people's hearts are very fertile. They absorb that ilm. They learn, they study, they understand, and they put it into practice. And then fruits grow up there. Then you can see the fruit on their faces, the beards, the tobi, the jubba, the salat, the khushu khudu, the ibadat, the muamalat, the aqidah correct. This is the fruit of the ilm which we study. Other people store that ilm and they pass it on to others. They say this is the example of muhaddithin, huffaz, who become hafiz, who become muhaddith, and they pass on that Quran and hadith to others. And then the third category is those who are neglectful, who ignore that, who don't have anything to do with it, who don't learn, who don't study, who don't teach others, who have nothing to do with it. Huzur said this is the example of the ilm which Allah sent. Now we should try to be from the first category, when we come, we learn, we study, and we reap the reward and bear those fruits. Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam went on to say, in another hadith, Bukhari has reported, Man salaka tariqa, yaltamisu fihi ilma, sa'ala Allahu bihi tariqa ilma. Whoever takes a route in which he or she studies ilm, then Allah makes the route to Jannah easy. Meaning every day when you come to Baytul ilm to study, at whatever time, your morning hours or afternoon hours or evening hours, every time you are coming and going, coming and going, coming and going, you are coming to your Jannah. You are making your Jannah easy for yourself. Because you will learn, you will practice properly, and your Jannah is being made, transformed. Your Jannah and the ni'mas of Jannah, you are increasing your ni'mas of Jannah for yourself. Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam went on to say, whenever some people gather in a house of Allah, this is the house of Allah. This was a place of worship before, where other type of worship was done, but now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us this. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving this place to us, and children come here. Last year they were just starting off, and we already have seen the students benefiting from this place. So what do? Children, they come here, they learn Quran said, when some people gather in the house of Allah and learn Quran Sharif, what happens? نزلت عليهم السكينة. When they are reading Quran Sharif, Sakina descends upon their hearts. Sakina, special school, peace, tranquility is showering upon their hearts. ونزلت عليهم وغشيتهم الرحمة, and Rahmat covers them from all sides. Allah's mercy is covering them. And وحفتهم الملائكة. Malaika come and surround that witness. Even now, in this moment, we are talking about Allah. So, Malaika are surrounding us. They are watching us. They are praying for us. In the other hadith, Malaika spread their wings for students when he comes to study. So when you come from your home to pay for studying, then Malaika have spread their wings for you. They have humbled themselves before you. They have lowered themselves in front of you. And they are praying for you. That Allah makes your study easy for you. Allah opens your heart and mind. And Allah gives you the most beneficial knowledge. So Malaika, the angels, the Ma'soom angels of Allah, pray for you when you come here to study. So, many other hadiths which say the virtues of study. In Quran Sharif, Allah said, قُلْ هَلْ يَسْتَوِي الَّذِينَ يَعْلَمُونَ وَالَّذِينَ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. Say to these people, O Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, are those who have knowledge equal to those who have no knowledge? इल्म वाले और बेइल्म बराबर हो सकते हैं? एक आलिम में एक जाहिल में बहुत बड़ा फर्क है, बहुत बड़ा फर्क है। आलिम इल्म के साथ, बसीरत के साथ अमल करता है, अपना ईमान भी बचाता है, दूसरों का ईमान भी बचाता है। और जिसके पास इल्म नहीं है, वो शैतान का हाथा बन जाता है, शैतान उसको कभी भी गुमराह कर सकता है। An alim will save his iman and save the iman of other people. And if he doesn't have ilm, a person is ignorant, he will stray and he will lead other people astray as well. This is why in one hadith, Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mentioned alamat of Qiyamah. And you know the first sign he mentioned of Qiyamah is the day of judgment coming closer. He said, إِنَّ مِنْ أَشْرَاطِ السَّاعَةِ أَنْ يُرْفَعَ الْعِلْمُ. Ilm will be taken away. وَيَكْسُرَ الْجَهْلِ. Jahalat and ignorance will spread. وَيَكْسُرَ الزِّنَا. Zina, fornication, adultery will increase. وَيَكْسُرَ شُرْبُ الْخَمْرِ. Alcohol, drinking alcohol will increase. وَيَقِلَّ الرِّجَالُ وَتَكْثُرَ النِّسَاءُ. Men will be few and ladies will be plenty. حَتَّى يَكُونَ لِخَمْسِينَ امْرَأَةً الْقَيِّمُ الْوَاحِدُ. To the extent that for 50 women there will be one person who takes care of their caretaker. So in one household there will be 50 women but only one man. At the moment ratio might be 1 to 2, one man to 2 women, but before Qiyamah, 1 man to 50 women. This will be because of wars and other reasons. When the Nabi Pak mentioned these signs, what's the first sign he said? Your father. Once Hazrat Ikhlas Maulana Sayyid Arshad Badani Dr. Bakar Madafidus Mahallah Marathi did bayan of this hadith. And he said that the first alamat is sign is Raful Ilm. And then the others follow, which means that taking ilm away is the reason for the other things. Because ilm will be taken away, that's why jahalat will spread. Because ilm will be taken away, that's why zina will spread. Because ilm will be taken away, that's why shubul khamr will spread. Because ilm will be taken away, that's why wars will take place and men will be outnumbered by women. So main thing is ilm. As long as the ilm is there, these signs will not come. We need to produce ulama. We need to have educate them and bring ilm in them. In another hadith, narrated by Imam Bukhari rahmatullahi alayhi, Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, إِنَّ اللَّهَ تَعَالَى لَا يَخْبِضُ الْعِلْمَ الناس ولكن يقبض العلم بقبض العلماء فإذا لم يلقي عالما اتخذ الناس رؤوسا جهالا فسئلوا فأفتوا بغير علم فضلوا وأضلوا. Allah will not take this ilm away from people by snatching it away from their hearts. Allah does not work in that manner. It's not that a person is alim by night and by morning he forgot all his ilm and he became jahil. That's not the system. Allah works gradually, slowly. Allah doesn't do that. لا يقبض العلم الإنسان بالنزول ولكن يقبض العلم بقبض العلماء. Ilm will be taken away by the death of ulama. At each time an alim dies, his chair will be empty, nobody will be able to there to sit on his chair. We won't find ulama of that caliber, and the seat is empty. Another seat is empty, another alim is gone, another alim is gone, another alim is gone. Slowly, ulama will go away. When there are no ulama left, what will happen? People will take ignorant people as their leaders. اتخذ الناس رؤوسا جهالا. And those leaders will be questioned about dini masla masail, and they will do talk about dini masla masail, and they will go astray and lead others astray as well. This is happening in many places around the world. You go to places, you are very fortunate people in Sunderland to have ulama kiram, muftiyan izam, mashayikh over here. I've been to places in North America, other places where there are no alims. You know what happens on Friday for khutbah? Any professor, engineer, doctor, lawyer, minister who is president of the masjid, he stands on the pulpit and starts khutbah in English. Ladies and gentlemen, khutbah should be given in Arabic, but due to their jahalat, they are giving khutbah in English. And all America slowly, everywhere they bring khutbah, Jummah khutbah in English. Long khutbah, 25-30 minute lecture. If you will lecture, give that lecture before Azan. We do that in our masajid. Our shaykh, our imams, they give bayan 15-20 minutes in our own local language, English or Bangla or Urdu or whatever. And then once Azan is done on the minbar, there should be nothing but Arabic. But in those areas, they just stand up. I went to a masjid. The president was a person from Syria. He was wealthy, he was a millionaire. He built the masjid and he became the president. And he used to, say Muslim side. And once he was discussing zakat, and he said, you have to give zakat from your house as well. So if your house is worth £500,000, you have to give zakat. $500,000, you have to give zakat. People were scared. How do you give zakat from $500,000 house? Now the Jahil doesn't know that the property you live in, you don't then give zakat. Now he's confusing people in Muslim side. That's because of his ignorance. And you will see many things like this. And then in the advancement of the technology and social media and YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat and TikTok. So like is taking away my time. This social media is just YouTube bloggers or self-styled half-baked scholars. I call them speakers, not scholars. There is a world of difference between a scholar and a speaker. Anybody can be a speaker. Any Tom, Dick and Harry who has some degree in English can stand up and start speaking. But to be a scholar, you have to go through this vigorous training of 10 years. You have to become Hafiz of Quran, which will take 2, 3, 4 years. And then you have to study in Arabic and Adab and Sarf and Nahu. 14 sciences you have to study to become an alim. And then when you go through that study of 10, 12 years, then you become alim. And then you're still raw. You have to mature. It takes a few years to mature. You have your mature ulama, Fulani Ustad, Mufti Mufti Sahib, Hazrat Maulana. They are proper mature, they understand things properly. So that maturity is needed. that, but we see some youngsters coming on and they're talking bad about our Qadis, our Mashayikh, our Mashayikh Dewan, ulama kiram, and then they change wrong stuff in Aqidah, Amal, and mislead people. Maybe Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was perhaps indicating towards these people who go on YouTube and mislead people. So, don't take your fatwas and masla masail from YouTube, Facebook, and social media. Come to your mufti and you have their numbers. You can WhatsApp them. You can talk to them. You can email them. You can ask questions and learn from them. And you have to come here and study. Studying is necessary. If there is one hadith in which Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam disliked kasratul su'al. He said, don't ask too many questions. Hafiz ibn Hajar al-Asqalani in Fathul Bari has written in the Sharh of that hadith that why did Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam forbid excessive questioning? He said because kasratul su'al is the need of faqtul jahl. Asking too many questions is a sign of excessive ignorance. He said you're supposed to study. You're supposed to study and you're supposed to know the basics of your deen. And then if something is complicated, you don't understand, you ask the mufti. But today people don't want to study, they don't want to learn, and they want to ask silly questions. But this is basic knowledge, every Muslim should know it. How come you come to ask me? And sometimes mufti and kiram ke angry as well. But ये basic मसला है, छोटे बच्चे को भी पता है, और कुछ जाहिल को पता नहीं कुछ नहीं है, जाओ यहाँ से, पढ़ो, study. So we understand from there that we need to study. It's extremely important to study the deen. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has elevated the ranks of ulama. Now, some knowledge is for the kifaya, other knowledge is for the hand. The basic knowledge which we give in our maktab, please keep on learning how to read Quran Sharif with the tajweed, how to do wudu, how to do ghusl, how to pray namaz, how to pray janaza, how to pray Eid, how to keep roza, masail of roza, fasting, how to give zakat, and how to calculate zakat. These basic knowledges. And what is halal, what is haram, what is jaiz, what is najaiz, haram foods, haram drinks, haram business, and we teach them these things in our maktab. This is basic knowledge which is fardh ayn. Fardh ayn means every Muslim should know it. Like 5 namaz is fardh ayn on every Muslim. So this knowledge is fardh ayn. Every Muslim, male or female, young or old, should have this knowledge. Otherwise, there will be question on the day of Qiyamah. Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, "Talabul ilmi fariidatun ala kulli Muslim." Seeking knowledge is first on every individual Muslim. Some riwayat and Muslimati. Muslim and Muslimah both should seek knowledge. So, we have to seek knowledge for the kifaya, for the, and then other knowledge is for the kifaya. Going the extra mile, further studies, going to Darul Ulum, becoming alim, muhaddis, mufassir, mufti, shaykh al-hadith. That is not for every Muslim. That is for the kifaya. Every community, every neighborhood, every town, every city should have some muhaddithin, some mufassirin, some muftiyan kiram, so that the general public can go to them, resort to them, ask them, and they can provide that knowledge to them. And they will be busying themselves with that knowledge, with studying, teaching, making Darul Ulum. Mufti Sahib here is Bahar Academy, trying to produce Darul Ulum, ulama kiram. So this is for the kifaya. And mashallah, people in Sunderland and Newcastle are very fortunate to have this institute. Inshallah, very soon you will have your homegrown ulama kiram and you will have your homegrown muftis. You won't have to go to somewhere else to look for it. So, this is for the kifaya and this is for the ayn. When you study and you learn, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala elevates your ranks according to your level of education. Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, "Innal ulama warathatul anbiya." further ahead and study, and they're busy with all the time. These ulama are the warithin of Anbiya, inheritors. Now, tell me, who inherits the deceased? मीरास किसको मिलती है? एक आदमी मर जाए तो मीरास किसको मिलती है? मैं मर गया तो मेरी मीरास आपको मिलेगी कि मेरे बेटे को मिलेगी? चली नहीं मिलेगी. Because my son is the closest to me, so he invented. My son, Maulana Safwan, Mufti Noman, Maulana Ahmad, are closest to me. They will inherit me. Now, when Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, ulama are the warasatul anbiya, what does that mean? Ulama are the closest to the anbiya. They are like the children of Anbiya, sons of Anbiya. उनके बिल्कुल करीब है. मालूम हुआ कि उलमा जो हैं नबियों से बहुत करीब, क्योंकि नबी को भेजा ही गया था कि इमाम इसको मुअल्लिमा. I have been sent as a muallim, an educator, a teacher. So, first of all, ulama are the heirs of the Prophet. And as you respect a prophet, if there was a prophet here, Musa alayhi salam, Isa alayhi salam, would you respect them or not? If there was a prophet, Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Sahaba used to respect him or not? This is how you should respect your ulama as well. Some people have said, Al-Waliyu fi qawmihi kal-Nabiyyi fi ummatihi. A wali in his community is like a Nabi in his ummah. So these ulama are the heirs, the warisi, the inheritors of the Prophet. And as we respect the Anbiya, we should respect our ulama. Then the fazail of ulama, innama yakhsha Allah min ibadihi ulama. Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, if ulama makes some mistake, even the fishes in the ocean seek forgiveness for it. समंदर की मछलियां भी उलमा के लिए दुआ करते हैं. उलमा से भी मिस्टेक होती है. उलमा मासूम नहीं है. पहले हम तो था मासूम, पर उलमा और मासूम. They can make mistakes. We all make mistakes. كلهم خطاؤون وخير الخطائين التوابون. But the difference is, if a non-alim makes mistake, then he has to seek forgiveness himself. But if an alim makes mistake, the whole world is seeking forgiveness for it. Even the fishes in the ocean and the ants in their holes are seeking forgiveness for that alim. Even the malaika, إن الله وملائكته وأهل السماوات والأرض ليصلون على معلم الناس الخير. One who is teaching good to people, Allah and His angels and people in the heavens and the earth make dua for them. Allah sheds His rahmah on them, and the malaika and the people make dua for them. So, ulama's maqam is very high in the eyes of Allah. MashaAllah, these ladies have graduated, those youngsters who have graduated, and will request them, don't put the brakes on. Don't stop here. Go further. Study further. Study more. In one riwayat, فَضْلُ عِلْمٍ خَيْرٌ مِنْ فَضْلِ عِبَادَةٍ. Additional and extra knowledge is better than extra worship. In one riwayat narrated by Suyuti Jami' al-Ahadith, أَفْضَلُ الْعِبَادَةِ طَلَبُ الْعِلْمِ. The most fazilat wali ibadat is talab al-ilm. So when you are reading your kitab, your tafsir or hadith or whatever book, nahw or fiqh or tafsir, then you are doing ibadat. If you spend an hour or so, 2 hours in your studying and learning, that is also ibadat. You are getting sawab of ibadat, worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is why studying deen is extremely important. And we have to show the adab and respect for our ulama kiram. We have to understand the sacrifices of our kabir in studying, learning, and then propagating that ilm. Mufti Abdul Muhid Sahab was talking about Darul Dewan having started under the one Anar Kadrah, the pomegranate tree, one student and one teacher, and mashallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala spread the views of Darul around the whole world. And today there might be at least 8 to 10,000 students studying in Darul Dewan. 700 to 800 million, in fact 1700, 1800 just in Dawra Hadith. So Allah takes the work. A kabir sacrifice. Ulama, they do sacrifice. They go for sacrifice. They work on, meager provisions, wages. They don't go for long, big wage cuts. Maulana Qasim Nanuddin used to get 10 rupees per month. Once he had an offer of 300 rupees per month from Hyderabad. And you have to come here, you have to just proofread some books for us, the library will be yours, you can study as much as you want and proofread some of our books, and we give you 300 rupees per month. If you was one of us would have run, hello buddy, come 10 rupees and 300, 10 pounds a month and 300 pounds a month. But Maulana Qasim Nanuddin don't answer. Why? I am human. I get 10 rupees per month. 5 rupees are enough for my expenses. And the other 5 I have to worry about what to do with it. So if I come to you, I have to worry about 295. I don't want to put myself in that worry and in that situation and put where I am. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Sacrifice for my Islam. This is what makes other people do that. So, the often also sacrifices. And Hazrat Maulana Qasim Nanuddin had spiritual connection with his Shaykh, Hazrat Haji Abdullah Muhammad Waqi. When he established Darul Ulum and then he went for Hajj, he mentioned to Hazrat Haji Sahib, and he said, Hazrat Alhamdulillah, हमने Darul Ulum खोल किया है. And Haji Sahib said, तुमने Darul Ulum खोल किया है, तो हमारे यहाँ मक्का की हरम से इतनी सारी दुआएं कहाँ गई? हमारे तहज्जुद, हमारे दुआएं, हमारे तवज्जुहात, ये सब कहाँ गई? You open the Darul, where is the dua I am making for you over here every day in tahajjud regularly without fail? You realize that I shouldn't have referred that to myself. That I have started that down. But I'm sorry, husband, my mistake. The disaster comes in dua and protection. We have to stay connected to our God in order to progress and move forward. So, this is a little bit about ilm, importance of ilm, and fadilat of ulama, and importance of establishing, such institutions of deen, and importance of staying in connection with Ahlullah, our Mashayikh, our Akabir, stay close to them, benefiting from them. You have lots of Akabir over here, stay close to them and benefit from them. I would just like to read something. I was doing my mutala for this, and ChatGPT, AI, sometimes we use the tips as well. If I check it on there, benefits of learning, and it said benefits of studying, 5-6 benefits. Number 1, spiritual growth. When you study religion, Islam, it enhances your understanding of the divine and strengthens your relationship with your Creator, God Almighty, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. It provides deeper sense of inner peace and spiritual fulfillment through ibadah and zikr. You get it? First benefit is your spiritual growth. When you study your deen, you enhance your understanding of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Who is Allah? You learn His 99 names. You get to know Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. You bring yourself closer to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. And it provides you the deep sense of inner peace and gives you the spiritual strength through ibadah and zikr. When you learn, you worship, you remember Allah, then your connection with Allah increases. Number 2, moral and ethical guidance. It offers comprehensive moral framework for personal conduct, and it encourages virtues such as honesty, integrity, compassion, and justice. When you learn your deen, you get that moral and ethical guidance. Moral guidance, ethical guidance, akhlaq, रहनुमाई akhlaq के बारे में अच्छे akhlaq मिलने होंगे. सच्चाई, दयानतदारी, अमानतदारी, तवाज़ु, humility, humbleness, respecting parents, being kind and nice to those around you. This is what happens. Remember, ilm and knowledge brings humility. When a person is learned, he has humility. But ignorance breeds arrogance. An ignorant person is arrogant person. Even if you look around universities, colleges, the professors, the educators, those who are learned, they will be humble. They will be nice, they will be smiling, they will be good to their students. The professors, because of their knowledge, although it's knowledge of dunya, but they have a certain degree of humility in them. But those people, Mr. Joe Blow of the street, who is dying, he will have arrogance. And he will have racism and he will behave in another manner. So, ilm, whatever it is in dunya or in the deen, it brings humility and good akhlaq, good characters within a person. And ilm deen brings those good characters in the best possible manner. And number 3, intellectual development. Studying deen stimulates intellectual curiosity through studying Quran, Hadith and Fiqh, and it increases the zeal for knowledge. Meaning, your intellect and your aql, your intelligence, it develops. The more you learn, then your understanding increases. And it gives you the zeal to learn more. The more you learn Quran, Hadith, Fiqh, Masla, Masail, this, that, you want to learn more and more and more and more. Imam Shafi'i rahmatullah used to say, when I am studying and I learn something new, I feel so much ecstasy that I can't describe it in words. My mind has, gets so much spiritual ecstasy that I feel like every hair on my body should feel that ecstasy as well. I am so chuffed, I get so, hyped up by learning that something new that it increases the zeal in me to study more and more and more and more. So it increases your intellectual development, and then it brings you, closer to Quran, Hadith, and Fiqh. Number 4, purpose and direction. Studying deen explains the purpose of life, and it guides one to have a balanced life, deen and dunya, how to create a balance between deen and dunya. It gives you that purpose and that direction, and explains your life to you, purpose of life. أَفَحَسِبْتُمْ أَنَّمَا خَلَقْنَاكُمْ عَبَثًا وَأَنَّكُمْ إِلَيْنَا لَا تُرْجَعُونَ وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. These days, people sometimes are in a limbo. They are confused. When deen ki taraf jaye, dunya ki taraf jaye. With confusion ko khatam karne ke liye deen padho, and deen will give you a balanced life. That deen bhi zaruri, dunya bhi zaruri. You have to have a job, you have to have a good life, you have to have a nice wife, nice kids, nice house, nice car, but you have to study your deen as well, and you have to work both things and merge them both together. Deen will teach you this. And learning, studying deen will teach you this. Number 5, resilience and coping skills. Studying deen helps in developing patience, gratitude, and resilience in the face of life's challenges. It provides solace and tasalli and comfort through du'as and tawakkul. It makes you resilient, and it helps you, it gives you those coping skills, and it brings that patience and gratitude in you, and the challenges of life. You go through these challenges, it gives you tasalli and comfort, it teaches you to make dua to Allah and to trust Allah and rely on Allah. Finally, by studying deen, you can lead a meaningful, ethical and spiritually enriched life. You can benefit yourself and you can benefit others. When you study your deen, Islam, your religion, what's going to happen? You will have a meaningful, ethical and spiritually enriched life. Your life will have so much spirituality in it, and you will benefit yourself and you will benefit others. Like Maulana Yusuf Sahab, Maulana Ibrahim Sahab, Pete Sahab, Hazrat Sheikh are benefiting themselves by praying 5 times a day, by praying tahajjud, by reading Zikr, by reading Quran. They are benefiting themselves, and at the same time they are teaching others, they are benefiting others as well. If you study deen, inshallah, one day you will become the Maulana Yusuf of your community, Mufti Abdul Raheem of your community, the Sheikh of your community, and you will benefit others. This is why, my dear friends, youngsters, boys, girls, ladies, you need to study the deen. Studying deen is extremely important. May Allah give you the tawfiq to practice on whatever we have. accept and accept all the khidmat of Baytul Ilm and the khidmat of all the masajid and madaris and makatib in and around Sunderland, Newcastle and all these northeast, and Allah accepts it. Please, may Allah keep us and our children strong on deen and iman, steadfast. May Allah give us all a life of taqwa and piety and khawf al-huda and fear of Allah. May Allah protect our iman and the iman of our son, our children, and protect them from iltidal and fisq and fujur and apostasy and renegating, and save their iman. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala take us all to Jannah with ease. And as Allah has gathered us over here in this real nice, beautiful place, Allah gathered us all in Jannah. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين صلى الله وسلم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه.
Jazakallahu khairan wa ahsan al-jazaa to Hazrat Muhammad al-Insar and for giving these inspiring words, and Jazakallah to all the imams and mawlanas and all the murubbis and all the elders of our community present here today for this first Salana Jalsa of Baytul Ilm in this building. If Sami Sayhan is here, inshallah what we're going to do now is we're going to mention the names of the students that are graduating from the 2-year diploma program of Sanatayn, and then inshallah they are all sisters, their names we mentioned, and they are passed on the sisters' side. You can please give these certificates to the graduating students. So I just mentioned them in some names, and those students can be given. Okay, so the names are as follows, and these sisters are mashallah studying for 2 years program of the Sanatayn program that's run across the UK and many other parts of the country based on the Islamic system. So the following names are Farzana Begum, if you can go and get your certificate, Fulshuma Begum, Sunnah Begum. I'm going to mention the names out, and please come forward and get your certificates and your scrolls. Shabana Qureshi, Sajifun Nesa, Nahida Nasur. I'll just take a few seconds for them to come forward. Then we have Taslima Begum, Jannat Begum, Muntaha Begum. Please come forward and get your scrolls. Furthermore, Takbira Taslim, Muslima Khan. If you can all come forward and take your certificates. I'm going to mention more names on the sisters' side whose certificates are also present. Please come forward and take your Sanatayn certificates. Jahana Begum, Rehana Sultana, Razna Sultana, Sherina Mahmood, Sumaya Begum, Tasneem Chaudhary, Soyuda Nasima Begum, Rabaya Begum, Samina Khanum. All those sisters whose names are being mentioned, the certificates, please come forward and collect them. Jusna Ahmad, Zubeda Qureshi, Parveen Hasib, Sunna Chaudhary, and Rabia Sultana. All these sisters, please come forward and get your certificates. Also, if the brothers who studied last year, or also to receive their certificates, are as follows. Sayyid Riyazul Islam, if your names are being called and if you are here, please come forward. Sayyid Riyazul Islam, Brother Fazal Mahroub, Brother Adam Mahroub, Monique Zaman Sharif, Muhammad Abdul Kahar, Muhammad Abdul Kahar, Sayyid Ahmad, Sayyid Maqsudul Mia, Shahri, Tahmid Mia, Sayyid Mahfuz Ahmad, and Hadi Qureshi. Okay, next we carry on our Hafiz class exams, and the teachers are Maulana Mufti Nasir Saab and Maulana Tahir Saab. So from those classes we have Sayyid Ishaq Rahman. Is he here? MashaAllah, come forward. Who's coming first?
MashaAllah, very good. Subhanallah. I mean, I love the rest of you.
Then we have Sayyid Faisal Ahmad. Faisal Ahmad, mashallah, he has also been first in his Hadith class exams. Okay, we also call Fuad Haq, Sayyid Taslim al-Haq, Fuad, mashallah, come forward, who has come first in his Arabic exams. On the girls' side, we have Fatima Ahmad, come forward, first in the Alima class exams. Is Aryan here? Aryan Amin? So in the boys' side, mashallah, for this year's year 1's first position was Aryan Amin. And on the ladies' side, if you're present, please take your certificates as well. Amina Razak and Nisha Awal. And finally, in this year's graduating group of the sisters, Nahida Nazrul came first as well. And mashallah, in this exam, she got 100%. Inshallah, there will be dua now, inshallah. And thereafter, please remain behind. Food will be served, and then inshallah, please do take your leave. Everybody please.
سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك اشهد ان لا اله الا انت نستغفرك ونتوب اليك. اللهم لك الحمد كله ولك الشكر كله ولك الملك كله بيدك الخير كله واليك يرجع الامر كله لا نحصي ثناء عليك انت كما اثنيت على نفسك. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى ال سيدنا محمد عبدك ورسولك النبي الامي نبي الرحمه كما تحب وترضى عدد ما تحب وترضى كلما ذكره الذاكرون وكلما غفر عن ذكره الغافلون. اللهم ربنا اتنا في الدنيا حسنه وفي الاخره حسنه وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا اغفر لنا ذنوبنا واسرافنا في امرنا وثبت اقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. رب اغفر وارحم وانت خير الراحمين. رب اغفر وارحم وانت خير الراحمين. رب اغفر وارحم وانت خير الراحمين. اللهم انفعنا بما علمتنا. اللهم انفعنا بما علمتنا وعلمنا ما ينفعنا وزدنا علما. اللهم انفعنا بما علمتنا وعلمنا ما ينفعنا وزدنا علما. اللهم انا نسالك علما نافعا وعملا صالحا ورزقا حلالا طيبا واسعا وشفاء من كل داء. اللهم اغننا بالعلم وزينا بالحلم واكرمنا بالتقوى وجملنا بالعافيه. اللهم انا نعوذ بك من علم لا ينفع وقلب لا يخشع ونفس لا تشبع ودعاء لا يستجاب لها. يا ارحم الراحمين. Oh Allah, you are the most merciful, you are the most kind, you are the most forgiving. Oh Allah, we thank you for your rahmah, we thank you for your mercy, we thank you for your kindness. Oh Allah, forgive us, forgive all our brothers and sisters, our parents, all our family members, the Muslims of this locality, this city, Sunderland, and Newcastle, and Muslims of all these Northeast, and Muslims of United Kingdom, and Muslims all around the world. Forgive all the Muslims around the world, those who are alive, those who are maroon. Allah, forgive them all. Allah, and keep us strong, keep us all strong and steadfast on Sirat al-Mustaqim. Alhamdulillah, we are here in this auspicious gathering of the completion of the year of Baytul Ilm. Allah, accept the khidmat of Ulama Kiram. Allah, accept the khidmat of all the Asatidh Kiram. Allah, Yusuf Sahab, Allah, Ibrahim Sahab, everyone. Allah, accept their khidmat, accept their effort. Allah, reward them for their effort. Allah, take Baytul Ilm from strength to strength. These students who have graduated, Allah, the ladies' side, on the gents' side, Allah, make them all an asset for the society. Allah, increase their zeal for ilm and knowledge. And Allah, give them the tawfiq to go further and become alim and alima as well. Allah, and reward them for their efforts in full. Allah, your Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, when a student goes to study, he is easing his way towards Jannah. Allah, make their way to Jannah easy for them. And Allah, make us all in Jannah to fulfill. Allah, these youngsters who are becoming hafiz, Allah, make their request easy for them. O Allah, accept them for the preservation of Quran Sharif and make them good hafiz and good asset for the society. Make them good alim. O Allah, make our children, O Allah, an asset for the society. Give them the best of both deen and dunya. O Allah, give them the highest grade in deen and highest grade in dunya as well. O Allah, keep us and our children strong and steadfast on deen, iman, yaqeen, on our faith, and give us good akhlaq and good morals. O Allah, give us akhlaq hasana, fadila. O Allah, and protect us from akhlaq razila and sayyi'ah, from arrogance and pride and haughtiness and jealousy and bad habits, and give us humility and tawadu and akhlaq hasana, shahawat, and O Allah, give us good akhlaq and good manners. O Allah, keep us all strong on deen. O Allah, forgive us, forgive our parents, and have mercy upon the whole ummah. Wherever our brothers and sisters around the world are going through tough times, O Allah, help them, alleviate their sufferings, have mercy upon them, and O Allah, help all the Muslims around the world. Protect us, protect our country, protect our NHS, protect our infrastructure, O Allah, and accept all the khidmat of the ulama kiram and the madaris and all the mashayikh around this city and everywhere. Rabbana हमारे इस जलसे को कबूल फरमाइए, जो इसमें मेहनत हो रही है इस बैतुल इल्म में उसको कबूल फरमाइए, इसको मज़ीद तरक्की अता फरमाइए, यहाँ बेहतरीन दारुल भी कायम फरमाइए, यहाँ से हुकूम उलमा और मुफ्तियान किराम प्रोड्यूस फरमाइए, मौलाना यूसुफ साहब और उनकी टीम के लिए नए नए रास्ते हमवार फरमाइए। अल्लाह इस इदारे पर जो फज़ल हसना है उसकी अदायगी की शक्लें पैदा फरमाइए। या अल्लाह हमारे मुस्लिम कम्युनिटी को इसमें हिस्सा लेने की तौफीक अता फरमाइए, और या अल्लाह इस कर्ज को अपना कर्ज समझने की तौफीक अता फरमाइए। जिस तरह अपना कर्ज अदा करने की फिक्र करते हैं, इसके कर्ज को अदा करने की फिक्र को नसीब फरमाइए, और जल्द से जल्द कर्ज से छुटकारा भी नसीब फरमाइए, और फिर आफियत के साथ सुकून इत्मीनान के साथ यहाँ पर दीन की खिदमत करते रहने की तौफीक अता फरमाइए। जब तक आप हमें जिंदा रखें, आपके दीन की खिदमत में लगाए रखिए और कबूल भी फरमाइए और हमसे राजी भी होइए। या अल्लाह हमारी पूरी दुआएं कबूल फरमाइए। या अल्लाह इस शहर में जितने उलमा किराम हैं सबकी हिफाजत फरमाइए, सबकी खिदमतें कबूल फरमाइए, हमारी मसाजिद की हिफाजत फरमाइए, मदारिस की हिफाजत फरमाइए, कुरान मकातिब की हिफाजत फरमाइए, हमारे तबलीगी जमाअत की हिफाजत फरमाइए। या अल्लाह तमाम मशाइख और उलमा सुलहा और हुफ्फाज की हिफाजत फरमाइए और सबकी खिदमतें कबूल फरमाइए। पूरी मुस्लिम कम्युनिटी पर रहम फरमाइए। या अल्लाह हमारे दरमियान, हमारे कुलूब में यूनिटी और इत्तिफाक और इत्तिहाद और उल्फत और मोहब्बत और मुवद्दत कायम फरमाइए। हमें जमकर डटकर आपके दीन की खिदमत करते रहने की तौफीक अता फरमाइए। कबूल फरमाइए, राज़ी होइए। जो बच्चे फारिग हुए, औरतें फारिग हुई, अल्लाह इनके फारिग होने को, पढ़ाई को, इनके हुकूक को बरकत का ज़रिया बनाइए, और इनके साथिज़ा और उस्तादिया और अपाओं को जज़ाए खैर अता फरमाइए। हमारी पूरी रब्बना तक़ब्बल मिन्ना इन्नका अंतस समीउल अलीम व तुब अलैना इन्नका अंतत तव्वाबुर रहीम व सल्लल्लाहु तआला अला खैरि खल्क़िही सय्यिदिना मुहम्मदिन व आलिहि व अस्हाबिही अजमईन बिरहमतिका या अरहम।
Jazakallahu khairan. Please don't leave without taking the brothers who are helping.